Hi Aries, welcome or welcome back. This is Cosmic Cassie. This is going to be your love and money read for the week. Let me go ahead and jump into it. What we're going to do in order, just so you know, since I'm not going to timestamp these, is we're going to do anyone in a relationship, and then we're going to do anyone single, and then we'll do people with careers, and then end it off with people that have their own business, entrepreneurs, things like that, okay? Aries, this is going to be your weekly love and money career. So this right here, this is going to be for people in a relationship. We have separation, girl talk. Woo. How many came out? That's too many. I'm not taking all those. Oh, there you go. Thank you. Love call. So Aries, already what I'm getting here is that there's definitely someone that you guys don't have to necessarily, separation doesn't always mean like you just have a hardcore breakup. Obviously, if this is the relationship section, you're having issues, if you're going to watch tarot for that. If you're not having issues, then congratulations, good job, and I'm glad you're still listening to me. Aries, there's a situation here where there is someone that, and oddly enough, I feel like the separation is, it's you guys have been separated for a long time. I don't feel like this is something that's super fresh or new. I feel like you were in a relationship, and it's almost like you can still energetically feel like, yeah, we're going to get together, we're going to get back together, or we're still technically together. There's an energy of a relationship there, but I do feel like the relationship has ended. Like there has been separation. You guys aren't talking to each other. You're not hanging out with each other. You're not trying to work through the problems. It's like you're taking a break from each other. Is the separation energy that I'm getting here. But with the girl talk and the love call, what I feel like very, 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 very soon. Very, you hear how many varies I put in there? Very, 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 very soon. This person's going to be reaching out to you, or you're going to be reaching out to them. You guys are about to talk. And this is about to be some real talk. I feel like it might start off a little lighthearted. I feel like someone here wants to start the conversation with more humor, more relaxation. They want to start the conversation where it's like the energy is not intense, it's not heavy, it's not taking over the whole interaction, right? But then as soon as you kind of start engaging and talking, and the energy is kind of lighter, it's like, okay, we both know that we actually want to talk to each other, so now we're going to get serious about talking. Now we're about to talk about the real thing here, which is, your emotions towards each other, what got you here in the first place, okay? What else does Aries need to know about this relationship? So this could even be a relationship that's happening, that's coming in, like a relationship that's, it's coming back together here, okay? We have Hammer working on it. Fixing things, trying to figure out. I feel with that Hammer, it's more of like, we got wedding rings, self-indulgence, addiction, weird. I feel like with that Hammer energy, it's not just working things out, but it's also like knocking out anything that does not work. It's finally recognizing the things within each other, within yourselves, and finally like just hammering it out, like okay, I'm not gonna do that because it's obviously created this separation between us. You're both having this realization of like, I do this and it is not good for us. Like, I do this and it doesn't help us, and so I'm gonna stop doing this. Like, you're both having that realization moment, but you're actively working on this together. You both want this, is what it feels like. What else can you tell me about this relationship? I do feel like it's moving back into a relationship. If this was never an actual defined relationship before, like you guys maybe got together, maybe you talked about it, you acted like it, but it was never truly defined as a relationship. It's about to be defined as a relationship. This is like, we're making it absolutely official, because there is an energy here where it's almost like you guys have not actually been in a real relationship with each other yet. And it's like, this is the we're doing it. Like, we're making it official. We're going to do it. We're going to be together. Okay. We have the Phoenix and then the Sword of Rose. Yeah. This is coming together. This is rebirth. This is renewing it. This is coming together and fixing it, like making amends with each other. But also a big part of this is also like releasing the energy of being angry at each other, releasing the energy of any pain and guilt and harsh words that were spoken. It's releasing that energy to allow each other to come together, because I think you're both finally in a place after the separation. You're both finally in a place of like, okay, like I fucked up and you fucked up. So, you know, let's both stop fucking up and just get it right. You know, let's just get it right this time. That's the energy I'm getting here. These are the angel messages. I just want to pull a couple out of here, see what it says. Religious factors, and so there could definitely be I feel this is more a cultural thing, or it could be a belief thing. It definitely could. Obviously, one of you is going to be spiritual because you're here, but I do feel like there could be a cultural thing happening here. And in this conversation, you guys are going to want to try to find a way that you could, it says retreat, and this could be the one. With the retreat, it's, for some of you, you will go on a retreat, but for others of you, it's more of, we're just going to start talking a lot, like a lot more. And it's conversations that you've never had with this person. It's a level of transparency, of openness that you guys have never had with each other before. And that's almost the retreat, because it's like, it's something new that you've never had with this person. And you guys are getting lost within each other, within the conversation, within like finding out about it. I feel like you're learning each other, like whether you're learning each other all over again or for the first time in like a really authentic and transparent way. But it's like, that's the retreat energy here, is like you're actually learning about each other for the first time, like in a very in-depth kind of way here. Okay, it's like you guys typically don't connect on this level. Okay, these are the last ones I'll pull for this before we move on to singles, but these are the Rainbow Tarot. I want to know what caused the separation. That way, because some of y'all separate with a lot of people. Some of y'all be going through a lot of relationships, okay? So it's like, which one are you talking about? Which one is this? I liked them all. I want to talk to all of them. It's, some of y'all, I feel like, are a little confused on who exactly this one is. Others of you definitely know. But some of you are like, I don't know. It could be anybody, really. So let's see if we can pull a little bit more out about this person. Who is this person? Who is this person for Aries? How would Aries know this person? How would Aries know this person? Ooh. The devil. The devil came out. This person, oh, okay. I heard anger management issues. This person could have been real spitfire, like not been able to control their anger. They might have lashed out randomly. I don't feel like there was any like form of abuse, like domestic violence or anything like that, but it's like they might just like randomly snap and just say just really mean stuff. And like earlier I said, forgiving each other for harsh words. Like this is that person just randomly snapping off the littlest thing and like just being really mean for no reason. And it's like, where did that come from? So for some of you, it's this person who you're like, they definitely have anger management issues. Okay. They need to get their anger figured out. They need to sort that shit out. For others of you, it's obsession. You will know who this is because you know that they are obsessed with you. I don't feel that judgment. I don't feel, Aries, that you are obsessed with them. I strongly feel that it is them. Ever since you guys separated, they've done magic to spy on you. They watch tarot to spy on you. They drive by your house. They look at all your social media posts. This is like, you post something and 2 seconds later this person likes it, and that happens 5 times in a row. And it's like, how does this person keep being the first person to like this post? And it's like, it's not even like an hour, it's like 2 seconds after you post it, bam, they're like liking it. It's almost like this person has their phone set up so that they get notified specifically, Aries, when you post something. Okay, this person's obsessed with you, obsessed. Okay. With the Judgment here, it's also with the Judgment, this person was brutally honest at times, I feel like. And then we have the Queen of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles. This person was brutally honest sometimes, like to a point where you questioned, does this person not have empathy? Do they, like, are they a sociopath? Like, what's wrong with this person? Because there were times where this person, like, they could be cold to the point where they're not opening up, and you guys aren't like authentically learning about each other because this person has their blocks up. But at the same time, if you ask them something, they're like deadly coldly truthful and honest about it. Aries, I feel like this person could be just very straightforward, and sometimes it's like that answer should have been sugar coated, but this person like doesn't know how to do that, and they see nothing wrong with it. You ask a question, I give you an answer. What's the problem? And I feel like that's where these harsh words could come in. If you're like, oh, you want to watch football with me? And they're like, no. And you're like, why? I don't like football. Why would I watch something I don't like with you? And it's like little things like that where they're just brutally honest. And instead of like making them an excuse, like, oh, well, I have to go do this, I have to go do that. And for you, Aries, it's like, well, it's more about spending time together than it is doing something you don't like. And then it creates an argument, and then it creates insecurity, and for this person, that's not how they see it. They see very black and white. And that's why they're able to be so honest and truthful, because they see the world in very much black and white. I like football, I'll watch football. I don't like football, I will not watch football. It doesn't matter who's watching it with me. The fact is I don't like it, so why would I watch it? Like, this person doesn't, it's almost like they don't know how to live within their empathy. They don't know how to live within their love. And you know this about this person. But I feel like this is one of those things where they're actively going to try to work on this when you guys reconnect, when you come back into a relationship. Okay. This is something they're going to actively try to work on, is not being so black and white, not being so rigid, and learning how to be a little bit more fluid and be a little bit more emotional about their decisions rather than just logic. Okay, with the Queen of Swords and Eight of Pentacles, this person definitely does work hard. I feel like though that when they work, there's something with it's not necessarily like what this person does as a job. I feel like when they are at work, this person cuts all communication off with you, and they might start acting a little funny, and it makes you question them, because it's like they can't even reply. They can't even pick a phone up. They can't even meet me for lunch. They can't even call me back. And it's like, in your mind, Aries, it's like there's no way that for the 8 hours of the day you are working every second of those 8 hours, to the point where it's like you have zero time, never, ever. But it's like this person, because of that logical mindset here, that black and white, it's like they just, when they're at work, don't bother this person. Don't even think that you're going to get a response from them. Don't ask them questions. Don't try to have a serious conversation with them, because their mind is 100% on work, and that's where their focus goes, is solely on work. I think that's one of the things that might have offended you in the past, but this is an aspect of that person that's probably never going to go away, Aries. So let's go ahead and move into singles and see what's going on with our single Aries and what you guys need to know and who's coming towards you. Let's find out. If you're not interested in, a new relationship, someone new, someone you've never met, an old lover resurfacing like they always do, then this one is not going to be for you. Okay, you can skip ahead to the money read. For this one, I'm going to use these cards here. Okay, I love these cards. These are the Lightseer cards. Guys, these are so tattered. Like, the shine is starting to just come. I keep meaning to order another deck, but I love these cards. So let's see. Look, I already got like shiny stuff coming off of them. I need to get a new deck of these. It just needs to happen. I know, but I like these ones. Let's go ahead and see who's coming towards Aries, single Aries. What can the single Aries expect this week? What can the single Aries expect this week? By the way, this week meaning, let me pull a calendar out here because I don't even know what the dates are. I should probably write those down so I can actually say them, this week is being the 26th through the, what is that, through the 1st? Oh, God. Can you believe that? It's almost April already. April. Okay. So this week being March 26th through April 1st is when these energies are going to play out for you, Aries, okay? So what can Aries expect? What can the single Aries expect to happen the 26th through the 1st? What can the single Aries expect to happen the 26th through the 1st? It's too many. What can single Aries expect to happen? I want to make sure I don't put these in upside down. The 26th through the 1st for Aries. Single Aries. 26th through the 1st for the single Aries. No, 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 no. I do not want this many. It's too many. It's way too many. When you get that many cards all at once, it's hard to tell what it's trying to say. This one really wants to come out. Of course it wants to come out. It's the Two of Cups. That's like the third time that one came out. Okay? What about the Two of Cups? What about the Two of Cups for single Aries? Or those of the Aries that think they're single, but they may not be single, but they're trying to be single, you know? Knight of Swords, the Sun. There's someone that's coming in that's expressing their love to you. This could be, I'm not going to lie, this could definitely blend into the relationship reading, because that relationship felt like there was a separation, there was a break in it, and so this could be that same exact person coming back in to express their love. But for some of you, there's definitely an energy of this is someone that you do know, someone that you don't know. Does Aries know this person? I want to know if you know that they like you. Do you, like, is this someone that you've been involved with that you already, because I feel, it's weird. I feel like this is a new person. You don't really realize that they like you, but it's like at the same time, you kind of do know they like you. It's weird. Maybe you don't know that they like you to this extent, and this is the first time they're really like telling you, like, Aries, you're everything I've ever wanted, and I want to be with you. It's like maybe you don't expect this person to reach out and want like a relationship with you. And maybe you thought maybe they just had a crush on you, or you guys just flirted or something. And so you knew there was an attraction, there was some kind of chemistry here, Aries, but it's like, but you never really realized the depth of how much this person actually liked you. Like, this person sees you in their future. They see you as a spouse here. Like, this person really likes you. Like, I can feel the energy of how much they enjoy you and like you and want to be with you, like, long term. But it's almost like, but you don't know this. Yeah, the moon. You don't realize this. So this person's like speaking their truth. They're coming towards you next week, and they're letting you know how much they actually like you. And I think it's you're not surprised that they like you. You're shocked by how much they like you. Like that they want to be with you. They want to have a relationship with you. We have the Queen of Pentacles. We have the Eight of Swords, Page of Wands, Eight of Cups. This person has definitely been watching you, Aries, and I feel like to some degree they might have known about like a previous relationship. So this could be like a coworker, a friend, someone in the friends group here. It's like on some degree they're aware of your past. They're aware of a previous relationship that you've been in. They're aware of like the conflict and the issues that could have arose. So at some point you might have revealed this to this person. You could have vented to them. And see, the interesting thing is, like, when I came into this reading for the relationship, for the singles, I felt like saying, like, even for those Aries that, you know, think they're single, but they're not single, or they're trying to be single. So some of you are actually in a relationship, and this person's watching you struggle in this relationship, and they're coming to you and they're telling you, I want to be with you because I love you and I could treat you so much better. I could do so much more for you than what the person you're with right now would do. And they're asking you to make a choice. They're asking you to make a choice between staying in like a toxic or like a relationship that has a lot of issues and upheaval, and or being with them or trying things out with them. Okay. And I feel like Aries, honestly, I feel like you're like, no, I'm not. The immediate reaction that I energetically received, if this is your situation where this person is like presenting like you're in a relationship and they're like, hey, you want to be with me instead, I feel like you're saying no, Aries, because to you it's like, even though this over here, this relationship is toxic, it's difficult, it's hard, it has your heart, and you're not ready to move on from it yet. You're too comfortable, you're too used to this person, to this dynamic, to want to move on. Like, you love them too much, even if you complain about them, and so you're turning down this other person. You're saying, no, like, I'm not. And then it makes it awkward, and then you guys stop talking, and you're not friends anymore either. But this person, I do feel like they consistently pursue you. They will try to keep pursuing you and letting you know that they love you, they like you. They're going to try to prove a little bit to you that, like, I'm better than who you're with. There's a little bit of that energy. Okay, back to the ones who are actually single here. Let's go ahead and pull a couple of these cards. Who is this person? Who is this person that's showing up with this Two of Cups for our single? Oh, did I just do that? No, it's just one. For our single Aries. Who's this person expressing their feelings to this single Aries? How would Aries know this person? The sailboat. Or just a boat. How would Aries know this person? Is this someone that's tried to move on from you, or you've tried to move on from them? Again, I'm getting a lot of crossover energy here with like the singles and the relationship one. This person definitely has learned their lesson. They've gone through some and we have love call again, and then the golden mirror. And the golden mirror is all about like like the negative aspects of someone within a relationship. So like being narcissistic and like a give-take relationship where you're only taking, sabotaging things, stuff like that. This person's seeing exactly how they showed up in your life in this energy. This person knows how you perceive them, and they've since you guys have been separated, if you have, or since this person realized that they liked you, I feel like there was a period here, there was a phase of this person's life where they went through hell. They went through a lot of stuff, a lot of situations, not just romantically, but with family. They went through a lot of stuff with their family, with their friends, with their coworkers, with all relationship aspects in their life. They went through, there's like this phase where all their relationships just went to shit. And this person had a really hard time. But the idea of that is during that period where all the relationships went downhill, they were almost, I feel like they were pushed into like a dark night of the soul here. They were pushed heavily like into their shadow energy here. And because of this, they started to realize like that they're the problem. Spirit don't be holding back, bro. They started to realize that they're the problem. They started to realize all these issues and things that they do within their relationships consistently, and that's why all the relationships had to break down, like the romantic ones, the coworker ones, the personal, the impersonal ones, acquaintances, even the guy at the grocery store. It's like all of those relationships had to break down at the same time, because then this person saw a pattern of what they do in every single relationship that they're in, and seeing that pattern made them realize love, call, and girl talk. Those are the same two cards that we got in the other reading, the relationship reading. It's like this person was able to finally see, like, once they saw what they were doing in every relationship, regardless of the type of relationship, that's when they finally opened their mind up to actually believe and start to see and realize, like, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I sabotage. Maybe relationships fail because of me. And it's like they start to have this realization moment where it's like, I might be the problem. It could be me. It could be me. I'm not saying it is. It could be. Uh, that's funny. Okay, so that's all that I have for the singles. Let's go ahead and move into our money. So this first one is going to be for anyone that has a career. So if you don't own your own business, if you are working at a company, if you work underneath or manage above, whatever you want to call that, these are people that do not have their own businesses, don't make their own income, okay? I'm going to do... Let's use this deck. Nope, I feel like Nope, we're going to use this one. What do the Aries need to know about their career the 26th through the 1st? What does Aries need to know about their career 26th through the 1st? There's definitely going to be possibly an offer of a contract, a commitment, a promotion, an increase of some sort, but you're going to have to agree to it. It's something that you're going to have to be okay with doing. But I feel like you're already standing off. Like you're already feeling like this may not be the best idea to move forward with. And it's like you're being presented with these options, with these ideas, these projects, these coworkers, these teams, like you're being asked to participate and be a part of all of these different things here, Aries, but it's like you're looking at all of them and you're like, it's crazy because I'm being presented with all of these different options. I don't want any of these options. Like none of these options are good for me. Like I'm not good with any of them. And there is an energy where you're overthinking next week a lot about leaving your job. You're kind of like at a wit's end with it, where you're just like, none of these are what I want to do. None of this is what I want to do. So why am I here? Why am I doing this? Like, I don't want to do any of this because there's so much that's in front of you, but none of it that's in front of you is what you actually want to do, or is what you actually were hired to do, is what you're actually meant for doing. It's like people are coming at you and they're like dressing it up like this is a beautiful, awesome thing and it's all for you and you should take it and it's a great contract, it's a great promotion, it's a great change. It's like you're being presented with all these different ideas, all these different options and opportunities and choices, but you're just like literally at some point next week you look at all of them and you're like, I don't want to do any of these. Like none of these are what you hired me to do. Like you hired me to be a janitor and you're trying to get me to be the accountant. I don't do numbers. I'm the janitor. I'm just supposed to clean up the mess. I'm not supposed to manage the team. I'm not supposed to oversee the finances. I'm not supposed to, create the business plan. Like that's not what you hired me to do. And that's not what I like to do. And that's not what I want to do. And at some point when you see this and you look at all the things that you're doing, all the things that are in front of you, there's a sense of regret. There's a sense of remorse here as well. What is that? What is that remorse? Why is there regret and remorse here? Oh, because you actively, you brought this in for yourself. You joined this company, you got into this career, you started that team, that project, like whatever it is here, it's like you have regret and remorse because it's like you kind of enacted this, you moved forward with this, and now it's like something that you never thought it would be. It's like you might have looked at it and originally thought like, oh, this is going to be a black square and I like black squares, so let me go ahead and do this. I'm all for it, sign on the dotted line, and then 5 months down the line you're like, that black square has now turned into an orange rectangle. I don't like orange and I don't like rectangles, but it's like, but what can I do because I created this? Like I willingly came into this situation, okay? But it was under false pretenses here. You did not realize how much misaligned it was actually going to be for you. Like you did not realize how misaligned this opportunity is going to be for you. But by the end of the week, there is a moment where you are sitting in your own energy here, Aries, and you're reflecting and you're thinking and you're going within to figure out like what's the right thing to do. How do I move forward? What should I do? What shouldn't I do? You're really like I I feel like towards the end of the week, there is a lot of thoughts about wanting to just quit. Like I just want to leave. I don't want to do this anymore. Like you're obsessively thinking about it. You can't get it out of your head. And I'm not saying that's what you're doing is actually leaving, but there is an energy where you cannot get it off your mind that you just want to leave. You just want to quit. You just want to, you're like, I just want to be out of here. I don't want to do this anymore. But then after that, it's like you kind of tame your emotion and you sit within yourself and you go more within yourself and you try to figure out like what's the best way to move forward. Is there a way to make this work? Is there something that I'm not doing? Is there something that I am doing? How can I make this change? How can I get this back to a balanced and like equilibrium here? Like, because this is too much. Like I don't want to do this, so something has to change. And you're really reflecting on that. You're really thinking on it. But some of you absolutely they're coming in, and I think they to some degree, hold on, they're asking. I was almost about to be done, but then they were like, check this energy. And the energy is because what I was gonna say is that it feels like the people that you work for, like whoever your bosses might be, it's almost like they recognize that you're in this distressed state, but instead of trying to resolve it, they try to come in with like a good offer in order to kind of distract you from your distress so that you don't leave, so that you don't stop doing what you're doing. It's like they try to like, they realize they loaded your plate up too much. And so now they're like, well, let's throw some dessert on the side for her. Like, so instead of clearing the plate off, they're like, let's feed him something sweet. You know, it's like let's distract them with this sweetness thing over here, but the plate is still full and nothing is changing. Okay. So they want me to check the energy of there's someone around you that is seeing this distress, but they're not trying to do anything about it. They're trying to be strategic. I feel they're trying to strategically figure out how do we calm you down without making you leave, but still having you do what you do. Like how can we strategically put the blindfold back on you so you just keep going, you know, in the direction we want you to go in? Because it's almost like Aries, you peeked out of the blindfold and you're like, what? I did not sign up for this. Who's this person around Aries job? Like this, I feel like it is a boss. It's a superior, supervisor energy here. We have the 9 of Wands, the 10 of Pentacles, the 7 of Pentacles. This is someone that definitely, they love their money. They protect their money. And I feel like they have done a lot of, this person may not come off like the kind of person that is obsessed with money, but they are obsessed with money. They love their money, and they will do anything to secure and protect their money, including blindfold you, because if you leaving a position or abandoning a project or putting a stop to something is going to negatively impact how much money they can make, they're going to try to keep getting you to do what you're doing here. So they want you to invest, but they're very wealthy, very abundant here, and they kind of just like sit back at their money and just admire how much money they have, but they will do anything to protect it. We have the 3 of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, they're very much like they're in love with their money, but at the same time, it's like they don't care if they cause other people heartache and hardships, as long as they can continue, as long as that person can continue to operate in a way that that generates income for this person. As long as you don't interrupt getting money for this person at the end of the day, they won't do anything towards you. But the second that you stop making them money, like if you're like, hey, I'm raising my hand because I have a problem, you know, this is wrong and these regulations need to be here and this process isn't completed. If those things are going to stop the flow of money for this person, they're like, okay, we have to get this person out of here because they're questioning too many things. Like they just want people that are just going to keep doing what they need to do in order to keep the money flow going. The second that you stop to question, to ask, to change, to consider. If you try to come in and do anything that stops this person's money flow, they're like, no, this person's got to go. Even if you're doing the right thing, even if you're trying to like let them know something important, like, it doesn't matter. They're all about like, no, the money just needs to keep coming. Just the money flow cannot be interrupted here. And you may not directly be making them money, but what you do in your position does somehow make this person money. Let's go ahead and move into the business owners here. If you're an entrepreneur, you own your own business, you generate your own income, this section is going to be for you. What I'm actually going to do is use, these are the, oh God, what's it called? It's the Psychic Tarot, but it's the heart version. And the reason why I use the heart version is because when you start your own business and when you're in it for yourself, a lot of things are heart-centered, especially your money, and it gets affected by your heart space. So sometimes you'll be surprised to realize that like love cards, heart-centered cards that typically are used for love readings or stuff like that, they're actually very good for things that people do out of the heart, out of passion, and that includes starting a business, okay? So let's see, what does Aries need to know? The Aries entrepreneurs, what do they need to know for next week? Too many. We have observe and detach. I'll take those two. So there is a need for you to kind of maybe take a step back, and we have 12, 11. So these actually go right in order with each other, where it's like 11, 12. So it's 12, 11. There's some kind of need here, Aries. I think you're overly involved. You're too close. You're too close to the problem. You're too close to the challenge. There's something that's happening where you're just a little too close to it, and it could be that it's just your business, and so you're just too close to it to accurately like be able to see a solution or come up with a solution here. And so the solution, the way that you're going to get to a solution next week is by taking a step back, and instead of being so actively engaged and enthralled and like participating in every little thing, take a step back and just watch how things are working. Watch how things are changing. If it's just you and there's no one else in your business, like you haven't hired anyone, they're asking you to maybe take a step back and look at your work. Just instead of just work, produce, look at what is my work doing? What is happening afterwards? So if it's a product, if I make my product and I've sold my product, I want to just give it a little bit of time and see like what are the reviews of that product? Is there any like suggestions on how to make it better? Is there any complaints on what doesn't work well about it? Okay, it's like take a step back and just kind of just allow the criticism to come through, and instead of reacting to the criticism, just allow it to come to you and just observe it, and don't make it so personal. Don't take it so harshly. So if this is you in a product, don't take those feedback, those comments, those reviews harshly. Those are meant to help you, because now you know how to tweak your product to make it even better. Okay, you want to take consideration of what people are saying. Don't overly personalize it. Even if you have employees and one of your employees is suggesting something and it goes against what you believe or how you feel, or you feel like it's, that employee is like saying something bad about, what you've created. It's like, don't take it so personal. Take a step back, listen to what they're saying, and just think about it. You don't even have to react to it. Just think about it. And then once you've thought about it, see, is it true? And it's not about you being right or wrong. It's about, can it be improved? Can I change it that way? Is that possible? So there's some kind of need here for next week for you to not be reactive to like negative criticism or feedback, or some people call it constructive criticism, however you want to call it. There's a need for you to not react to that. Just take it for what it is and sit on it and seriously consider it. Okay, what else does Aries need to know about their business for next week? Move. What else does Aries need to know about their business for next week? Let's get one more message out here. What else does Aries need to know about their business for next week? Thank you. Take the lead. So after you've done this observation, and after you have realized like whether this is, I feel like it is going to be something where it's like it's going to feel harsh in that moment, because it's your business, it's your product, it's your baby, it's whatever you're doing. So you're going to want to take it kind of harshly and have your ego involved in it a little bit. But once you actually sit with it and you I feel like you do see like, oh wow, that person actually has a really good point. Like, this is something different that I could do, or this is something better that I can do, or how I can change it. As soon as you realize that, your advice here is immediately move on it. Don't wait on it. Don't wait to make the change. Don't wait to navigate in a different direction. And this might not even be about your actual product or service. This could be about your business in general, or someone's like, hey, you would do great if you started to navigate more into this niche over here. It's like, just sit on it. Don't react to it. Just sit and think about it. And then as soon as you come to a resolution or like a decision on like if that would be a good move or not, like move on it. Like, go towards it. Make the change. Take the lead. Do the thing. Don't just procrastinate and wait and be like, oh, that's something I guess I can do for next year. It's like, no. Just do it now. Just do it. Get it done. If it's a good idea, if it's something that makes sense, go ahead and move on it now. Don't wait around for it to happen on its own. Don't wait till next year. Just with really good ideas, you got to move quick, because someone else is going to get that same exact idea. Okay, Aries, that is everything that I had for you for this reading for next week. I hope it helped, and I look forward to seeing you guys next week, and have an amazing week. Thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you've watched it this long, I think it deserves a like. Bye, Aries.